It's Wolf, and I have an interesting browser thing to show you guys. This is Nazi Zombies Portable. This is the GitHub page for it, which is a Call of Duty Zombies demake powered by various Quake source ports. So, by the way, just a thing on the name, Nazi Zombies. I know it might seem kind of weird for like a game name if you're unfamiliar with like the Call of Duty Zombies stuff, but in Call of Duty World at War, the mode was originally called Nazi Zombies, so that's why it is named this. I know that like it might sound kind of weird to point that out, but I just wanted to mention that that's why the term Nazi is there. So anyway, yeah, this is a demake of Call of Duty World at War Zombies mostly. It is on a bunch of different platforms, including web browser. You can play this on nzp.gay. I have no idea why they used the .gay URL, but that is what they used. So it's at nzp.gay. And I've messed around with a little bit, but not a ton. One interesting thing I found is that there's character bios, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm just going to play it for a minute and talk and kind of show you guys it. So there's a couple of maps in here. The only one that is super familiar to me is Noctur on Toten, but these other ones are from, well, it actually tells you where they're from. So World at War for Noctur on Toten. Warehouse is an original for NZP, and let's see. House is from Black Ops on DS, Temple is Black Ops DS, and Overlook is Black Ops DS. So Black Ops on the DS had a zombies mode, but it was kind of like different than the normal zombies modes that everybody knows. And there's also user maps. So there's like, I believe there's like quite a few of these. So these are custom, and some of them I think are ports of maps from probably other ones also, but yeah, so let's just play Noctur on Toten because that's what I am familiar with. There's also some settings, not really anything too interesting here. You can change the horde size, which is cool. If I remember right, in the original Call of Duty World at War, there's only ever 24 zombies at once on most maps. But anyway, let me show you guys Noctur on Toten. So we've loaded into Noctur on Toten, and as you can see, it is very, very similar to Noctur on Toten from World at War. The graphics are not quite as good, but it's also running on a version of the Quake engine, as it said in the description. There is this Mule Kick, I think? Yeah, that might be the only perk that's available on this map, though. I know different variations of Noctur on Toten from different Call of Duty games, like some of them had perks, some of them didn't. But yeah, sorry if you guys hear my clicking a lot in this video, but actually, does this have controller support? Oh, it does have controller support. Hang on. My controller's plugged in and working. I'll play with controllers, so it's a little bit quieter. Although I cannot aim with controller because there's no aim assist, I don't think. Okay, never mind. Back to mouse and keyboard it is. Oh no, no ammo. Looks like I need to buy, not that one, the M1 carbine. And we'll open the help door once we get 1,000 points. But yeah, so this plays like really similarly to Call of Duty Zombies. There's a lot of different various like ports and reimaginings of Call of Duty Zombies and stuff that are out there, but this one is pretty close. The graphics are different, but like everything is here. The guns are all on the wall in the same place. The mystery box works like it does. Everything is super, super similar to normal Call of Duty Zombies. It's pretty neat. And also the fact that you can play it right in your web browser is pretty cool. There's a bunch of other platforms too listed. I think like PSP, PS Vita, some other ones. So it's neat to see something like this that's super multi-platform. Alright, we've got enough points for the help door now. And mystery box is right where it always is. Can't tell if the radio is playing. I don't think it is, but my monitor's volume is really low. So this is a little bit different. In normal World at War, they have to like punch through the wall first rather than there being wooden pieces here. But, I mean, that's very minor. Sometimes it's incredible to think about how Call of Duty Zombies started with just this single map and like what it ended up evolving into, not only with like complexity of future maps and stuff, but the insane lore that it ended up getting and everything, and like how it became like it went from just sort of a little bonus mode in World at War to one of the main features of future Call of Duties. Alright, we've got enough for the mystery box now, so let me do that. What did we get? Oh, we got the flamethrower. There used to be a mobile port of Call of Duty World at War Zombies, and I think Black Ops Zombies on like iPhones and in like Apple devices and stuff, and maybe Android also. And I remember I actually used to play it a lot on my iPod when I was younger. I played it a ton. That was actually like the first time I had ever played Call of Duty Zombies. And one of the things in Noctur Untoten in it was you could get the flamethrower, and the flamethrower was like super excellent in that mobile version of this. And yeah, that's it. That's my memory. Those mobile versions of Call of Duty Zombies got delisted at some point though, and nobody really ever talks about them. I know there's been a couple of like lost media YouTubers who've done videos on them and stuff, but at some point I really should try to find my old iPod. I think I know where it is, and it probably still works, and I should try to maybe make a video about that or just explore it a little bit, because I remember playing that so much. And I remember there was in fact the Black Ops version also, which was another mobile version of Call of Duty Zombies. But I remember the Black Ops one not being as much fun. I think it might have just been that I was playing it on kind of an underpowered device for it. But yeah, I remember spending so much time playing Noctur Untoten. Flamethrower also has unlimited ammo, by the way, but it just takes time to recharge. Oh, and okay, that's the end of my gameplay. Anyway, I know this was kind of a short video, but I just wanted to show you guys this because I thought it was pretty interesting, and you can check it out yourself right at nzp.gay. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys in other stuff in the future, and bye bye.